Hello everyone, welcome back. So in this lecture, we will discuss about the basics of option contracts. But before that, let's quickly revisit the concept of futures contract. As you may recall, a futures contract is used to protect against future price uncertainty. So let's go back to our earlier example of the turmeric farmer. A turmeric farmer may be worried about the potential drop in turmeric prices in the future, whereas a masala manufacturing company like MTR might be concerned about the prices rising. So, to manage these risks, the farmer can enter into a short futures contract, allowing him to lock in a selling price today for the future date. So, this means that even if the turmeric prices fall later, he can still sell at the agreed upon future price. So, similarly, MTR can enter into a long futures contract to lock in the purchase price. And beyond hedging, people also use futures contract for speculation and arbitrage opportunities. However, the payoff in future contract is linear, meaning if the price moves unfavorably, there is a potential for unlimited losses. To avoid such risks, one might consider using options instead. So, what are options? Options provide the right but not the obligation to fulfill the contract. In simple terms, if the market conditions favor the option buyer, he can exercise the contract. Otherwise, he can choose to walk away. Because the option buyer enjoys this flexibility, he must pay a fee known as premium to the option seller, which is non refundable. So, there are two types of options, call option and put option. A call option gives the buyer the right to purchase the underlying asset, while a put option gives the buyer the right to sell the underlying asset. So, in our previous example, the farmer who is concerned about falling prices can buy a put option instead of selling a futures contract. So, this would protect him against price drop. Similarly, MTR can buy a call option instead of entering into a long futures contract to guard against rising prices. So, it is important to note that MTR is not buying the call option directly from the farmer, and nor is the farmer buying the put option from the MTR. Instead, they purchase these options from other participants in the market who have opposing views. Now, before we discuss some examples, let's quickly cover the essential option terminologies. So the options where the underlying asset is an index, like Nifty or Bank Nifty, is called as an index option. And options where the underlying asset is an individual stock, like ONGC, NTPC, are called as stock options. And the price the option buyer pays to the option seller is called as the option premium. The current market price of the underlying asset is called as a spot price, and the agreed upon price at which the option can be exercised is called as a strike price. The last trading day of the option, typically the last Thursday of the expiry month, is called as the settlement date or the expiration date. And the number of units in a single contract is called as a lot size. For example, Nifty options have a lot size of 25 units. Now, options can be classified into European and American style options. European style options can be exercised only on the expiration date, but it can be squared off anytime before expiry. Whereas American style options can be exercised anytime on or before the expiry date. Now, let us discuss some of the examples to understand the concept of options better. So, let's consider Mr. Ram, who is optimistic or bullish about Apollo Tyres stock. So, he believes that the price of the stock will go up in the near future. So, to capitalize on this expectation, Mr. Ram decides to buy a call option. So, he chooses a strike price of rupees 50 and pays a premium of rupees 4 per share. And the lot size for this option is 100 shares. Now, let's say that by the time the option expires, the spot price of Apollo Tyres has gone up to rupees 70. And since Mr. Ram holds a call option, he has the right to buy the stock at rupees 50, regardless of its current market price. So he buys a stock for rupees 50 and can immediately sell it in the market for rupees 70. So this results in a payoff of rupees 20 per share. However, we need to deduct the premium he paid, which was rupees 4 per share. So his net profit per share would be 20 minus 4, which is 16. So with a lot size of 100 shares, Mr. Ram's total profit would be 16 into 100, which is 1600. So in this scenario, Mr. Ram makes a total profit of rupees 1600. Now, let's look at what happens if the stock price does not go in his favor. Suppose a stock spot price at expiry is rupees 30. So in this case, Mr. Ram has a right to buy the stock at rupees 50 per share, 50 per share. But why would he do that when he can buy the stock in the market for just rupees 30? So instead of exercising the option, Mr. Ram chooses to walk away from the contract. However, the premium he paid is non-refundable. So he incurs a loss equal to the premium amount, that is rupees 4 per share, multiplied by the lot size of 100 shares, giving him a total loss of 400 rupees. Even if the spot price is rupees 40, Mr. Ram would still not exercise his option since it's cheaper to buy at the current market price. Thus, his loss is again limited to the premium of rupees 400. However, if Mr. Ram has entered into a futures contract instead of buying an option, he would have been obligated to purchase a stock at the agreed upon price of rupees 50 per share, regardless of the market price. So, if the market price fell to rupees 40, his loss would be rupees 10 per share. With the lot size of rupees 100 shares, the total amount of loss would be rupees 1000. So, I hope this example helps you clearly differentiate between options and futures. While options offer the flexibility to walk away and limit your losses to premium paid, futures contracts carry an obligation which can result in larger potential losses if the market moves unfavorably. Now, let us discuss examples with put option. Let's consider Mr. Ravi, who owns shares of Apollo Tyres. He is concerned that the price of the stock might drop in the near future. So, to protect himself, he decides to buy a put option. So, he selects a strike price of rupees 50 and pays a premium of rupees 3 per share. And the lot size for this option is 100 shares. Let's say that by the time the option expires, the spot price of Apollo Tyres has fallen to rupees 30. Since Mr. Ravi holds a put option, he has a right to sell the stock at the strike price of rupees 50, even though the current market price is only rupees 30. So this means he can sell each shares for rupees 50 when it is only worth rupees 30 in the market, resulting in a payoff of rupees 20 per share. However, we need to account for the premium he paid, which is rupees 3 per share. So his net profit per share would be 20 minus 3, which is 17 rupees. Now with a lot size of 100 shares, his total profits would be 1700. So in this scenario, Mr. Ravi makes a total profit of rupees 1700. Now, let's consider a situation where the stock price doesn't drop as Mr. Ravi expected. Instead, the spot price at expiry is rupees 60. In this case, Mr. Ravi would not exercise his put option because it would mean selling the stock for rupees 50 when its worth is rupees 60 in the market. So it wouldn't make sense to sell at a lower price. So he simply chooses to walk away from the contract. However, the premium he paid to buy the put option is non-refundable. So his loss in this case is limited to the premium amount, which is 3. 3 into 100 gives you 300 rupees loss. So his total loss is rupees 300. So that concludes our introduction to options and how they differ from futures contract. So in the next video, we will discuss option moneyness and payoff graphs that illustrate the potential outcomes. So looking forward to see you in the next video. Thank you.